Hi lollies, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Belinda's channel. Thank you for all the love and support. Don't forget to please subscribe to this channel, turn on notifications so that anytime I upload videos, you'll be the first person to be notified. To my returning subscribers, to those people that share my videos, leave commentaries, and also educate each and every one of ours. You guys are the real MVP. So lovely. I came across this video of mine for you, and I thought to share where Chinese people are out to call us, Americans, and telling them that they really need to wake up. And the thing is that these folks, these China people, are focusing more of their energy to these people that claims to be billionaires. I'm just going to roll the clip as well as some of all the stitches I was able to put together. Please leave me your own thoughts in the comment section of what you think of this video. And please do not forget that we do not support any form of bullying and harassment. We are just here for educational and informative purposes. Alright, lovelies, let's start.
I told y'all yesterday that the United States will not win in a trade war against China. The United States will not win this trade war against China. I got me a few good keys on yesterday watching some of the China videos. Now, a lot of people are saying it's all coordinated. It's a coordinated attack because you can't get TikTok in China. So how are all of these China distributors putting out these videos? I don't think you can't get TikTok in China. I think you can get TikTok in China. I think the TikTok in China is totally different from our TikTok. I think the TikTok in China, the content looks more like what's over on Red Note. Yeah, because I remember seeing videos coming from creators over in China, but it's nothing like the videos that we're exposed to here in the United States. But yeah, China is clowning the United States real bad. But this one right here, this one's my favorite.
They rob you blind and you thank them for it. That's a tragedy. That's a scam. That's why I'm saying this right now. Americans, you don't need a tariff. You need a revolution. For decades, your government and oligarchs ship your job to China. Not for diplomacy, not for peace, but to exploit cheap labors. And in the process, they hollowed out your middle class, crushed your working class, and told you to be proud while they sold your future for profit. And yes, China made money, but we used it to build roads, leave millions out of poverty, fund healthcare, raise living standard. We reinvested in our people. My family also benefit from it. What did your oligarchs do? They bought yachts, private jets, and mansions with golf course driveways. They manipulate the market, dodge tax, and pour billions into endless wars. And you get stagnated wages, crippling healthcare costs, cheap dopamine, debt, and flag wave probably made in China while they pick your pocket. For 40 years, both China and the United States benefit from the trade, the manufacturing, but only one of us use that wealth to build. This isn't China's fault. This is yours. You let this happen. You let the oligarchs feed you lies while they made you fat, poor, and addicted. Now they blame China for mess they made. I don't think so. I don't think you need another tariff. You need to wake up. You need to take your country back. I think you need.
He ended the video by saying, I think you need a revolution. Listen, white America, he's talking to you. For decades, they've used your racism. They've used your hate towards black people, Latino people, LGBTQIA plus people, women. They've used your racism and your hate for other marginalized communities to pick your pockets. For years, for decades, they used your hate and your racism, your desire to want to oppress other groups so that you can feel supreme. Yeah, they use that to build themselves wealth. Yeah, they told you that you were better than all the other marginalized communities. Donald Trump is doing that now. He's talking bad about marginalized communities while selling you a dream, and he is making a whole lot of money, and you aren't. The millionaires and billionaires that he surrounded himself with, they're making all sorts of money. And you aren't. And they got to be in these positions because they used your hate and your racism to get them into those positions. And now they are doing nothing for you. What they are doing benefits them, and they're using your pennies to do it. We don't have free healthcare in this country because you don't want black people to have free healthcare. We have a serious homeless problem in this country. And why? Because you don't want the government to help black people to get housing. You vote against everything that is in your best interest because you don't want black people to have access to it. Yeah. You want black people to stay in their place. Meanwhile, in doing that, the rich people are keeping you in yours. See, you think you have kinship with rich white people. You don't. They look down upon you. Yeah, your trailer park, their luxury. Hopefully one day you're going to wake up to it. I don't have faith in you though. This is the game that they have been playing. Corporations, the millionaires and billionaires. This is the game that they have been playing for decades. And you've been voting for the ones who support the corporations and the millionaires and billionaires. Yeah, that's why you have crumbling roads and bridges. That's why your education in this country sucks. That's why when black people got on TikTok and started talking about black history, that's why you were clueless. You voted for the people that were against education. They didn't want you to know the truth about how this country operates. And so they used your hate and your racism to get what they wanted done. You voted for low wages. You voted for lack of health care. You voted for no housing. You voted for poor quality of food. That's what you voted for. And you did it all because you thought it will keep black people, Latina people down. And it worked. It worked. But now you are waking up. You are waking up to the fact that you thought it was just black people that were going to be harmed by the Republicans' policies. You're waking up to realize that you are doing just as bad, if not worse. All by your doing. So don't be mad with China when you look at their videos and they're showing you how well they are living. How the cost of living is so low and so affordable. Free healthcare. They don't pay property taxes. Their food is healthy. Don't be mad with China. Be mad with yourselves. Because as you look at your horrible, pitiful life compared to that of the people over in China, I'm here to remind you that this is what you voted for. And as I head out, I want to remind you, the United States will never win this trade war against China. As part as the trade between China and the United States, China would import beef and chicken into their country, bringing billions of dollars into the United States. Farmers doing well. China has now suspended importing chicken and beef and sorghum. China will now be getting their beef from Australia. Truth be told, the beef in Australia is probably more healthy than the beef that they were getting from the United States. In addition to that, China has halted exporting rare earth and other materials to the United States. Can you say up Schitt's Creek without a paddle? Beijing has restricted the export of 7 rare earths and related materials used across the defense, energy, and automotive industries as part of its retaliation against the United States and Donald Trump. Exporters must now apply to the Ministry of Commerce for licenses, a relatively opaque process that can range from 6 or 7 weeks to several months. Yeah, the United States will not win this trade war with China. And you got Donald Trump talking about, China call me. China ain't calling Donald Trump for shit. China does not need the United States for shit. And the United States can't force China to do trade with this country. Buckle up, buttercups. I see some real tough days ahead.
Well, guys, it is officially Treachery Thursday. Guys, China is not playing. Do you hear me? China is not playing with them. They need to quit messing with China. Really. Trump needs to just come out in public and say, I give, I'm sorry, or whatever. Because it's like China got a checkoff list, y'all. I'm sorry. China is now, after they have spilled the tea on these designer brand name designers, China said, we ain't through with y'all yet. We so sick of you, Trump. China said, we so sick of you, Trump. We sick of the people that's helping you do the shit you do. So guess who China next target is? Guys, China is next. I'm sorry. China is now going after the billionaires that are supporting Trump. China said, well, we don't feel like dealing with y'all no more. So China will no longer be sending certain crucial minerals and crucial, let's say, little parts that helps these billionaires make their product. The billionaires that support Trump no longer have China as a resource for their raw materials. China is taking petty to a whole new level, and I am so here. I'm so here for it. I'm so here for it. China, y'all doing what we've been wanting to do for so long. Y'all hitting them where it really hurts. If they can't get their minerals and their crucial little products from China to complete their products here, they can't make the money to support Trump. So they say, China said, you want to support Trump? Go ahead. What you gonna support him with? China has too much to offer for y'all to be playing with them in their face. And China letting y'all know, baby, before we take a knee to what y'all taking a knee to, we'll snatch everything y'all got. Make your products now. Make your products now. All those billionaires that are supporting Trump, China has put now a target on them. So where you gonna get your billionaires from, Trump? Better yet, where your billionaires gonna continue to make their billions if Trump does not give them the crucial minerals and other items they need to make their products? And y'all want to play with China. Then Trump gets on the news today at a press conference and says China is more than willing to discuss. We're having great conversations with China. Your conversations are going so great with China, Trump, that your billionaires are finna be smacked. All front foes finna come out their mouth. China is finna smack the taste. China is finna smack the taste out of your billionaire's mouth. Y'all still want to play with China? You still want to sit and talk about how China was ready to come to the table? Why does China have to come to the table? Tell me one thing China has lost since this trade war. I'll wait. What is it that they have China by the balls? What is it that they have China by the balls that's going to make China come to the table? I will wait. Because from what I see, the only ball snatching going on, China snatching y'all balls left and right. Keep playing with them. Please keep playing with China. I think the field is finally finna get even. And it is so sad that it was no one in this country that made the playing field even as China is making the playing field now in America. Say what you will. Say what you will. And I know China has its issues as well. But isn't it funny an outsider had to be the one to make the playing field a little more level? Isn't it funny that an outsider is the one that came in and pulled out coattail to decades of being bamboozled by these designer brands Rihanna commented on one of those China manufacturing videos, and she said the best way to disprove China is to show us your products being in production. Show us your manufacturing. Let me ask you this: have y'all seen any of these designers show their manufacturing process? Have you seen any of these designers show you how they make the product, how they put it together, how they package it? I haven't seen one yet, which tells me China ain't lying. So now, y'all gonna learn. Y'all gonna learn. Just because the white men that are so-called powerful in the United States is willing to bend their knee and kiss Trump's butt, no other man in this world is willing to do the same. Which tells me the United States has some of the weakest white men that have ever been on this planet. All these men out here can stand up to this man, but not one of you white guys in his cabinet, not one of you white guys in the entire Republican Party can stand up to him. Oh, yeah, some of y'all are now starting to mealy mouth speak out. But in the Republican Party, all y'all lips tied to Donald Trump's shitty ass. And China said, I hope y'all enjoy it, but we don't eat that delicacy over here. China's showing them when a real man sit down at the table, there will be peace in the valley. China, I'm telling you, you guys are doing this picture perfect. When I say chef's kiss, mwah, chef's kiss, China. China said, we're going to get you where it hurt. China been hitting the MAGA state. China been going for the people that are MAGA. They've been going for business owners in those states. They've been going for designer brand names. Now they're going for Trump's billionaire supporters. China, y'all all right with me, baby. Y'all all right with me. Y'all didn't start this fight, but you sure as hell gonna know how to finish it. My mama always told me, before you pass that lick, you better be sure you can handle that. And the United States passed a lick, and it seems to me China just gut punched that bitch. I'm sorry. Happy Thursday. Oh, and one more thing before I get out of here. Trump billionaire supporters, all that money y'all put in here, let me ask you one question. Is it great again yet? My friends still want to know.
JD Vance and MAGA supporters do not understand about China is that China is in a completely different realm of their own. This is precisely why I say Americans need a reality check. Because if you actually believe you can bully China into doing whatever you want them to do, you are sorely mistaken. China has faced numerous amounts of wars, genocides, invasions, civil wars, etc. You name it. They have been through it. The Sino-Japanese, Indian, and Vietnamese War, the Korean War, and the Chinese Civil War. This is particular to the 20th century, by the way. This is not including their 1,000 years worth of history. China has faced destruction many times over throughout the centuries. They had two opium wars against the Qing dynasty and Western countries. One of their biggest wars ever recorded was the Taiping War that lasted 14 years, stretching all across 17 provinces. 20 million people died during the Taiping Rebellion. However, one of the most important battles in Chinese history is the Battle of the Red Cliffs in 208 AD. It's still relatively talked about today because the battle itself was a narrative of David and Goliath. Millions upon millions of people died during the creation, evolution, and the awakening of China of what it is today. Some of you might be wondering, well, what is so important about this? That is one of the main reasons why their envelopes are red every time they celebrate Chinese New Year. It is to appreciate and to give thanks to all the blood and sacrifices that was spilled on China's soil. China is one of the most diverse countries in the world, with many Africans and black people and many different ethnicities and minorities residing in the country. Culture is vast, complex, with many different philosophies, religion, and much more. Despite all of their differences and unique features, all of them are Chinese. Their origins, their ethnicities, and their culture is what makes them who they are. But under that flag, they're all Chinese. The Hans, the Tibetans, the Uyghurs, they all have their own thing, but they're all united as one at the end of the day. It does not matter your race. It doesn't matter what you come from. It doesn't matter how light you are or dark you are. Under that flag, You are one of them. Something that America will never achieve, unfortunately. Not to mention the immense amount of support that China is giving to the African continent, recruiting African countries into their ranks and helping Africa escape the grasp of Europe and America. There is a lot of history and diplomatic relationships of why I respect China, but I also have a lot of personal feelings of why I also respect Chinese people and China as a whole. So I would say this from the deepest part of my soul. Donald Trump, J.D. Vance, and MAGA supporters, if you genuinely believe that you can bully China into getting them to do what you want to do, you are foolish as you look. From a country that has lived around for thousands upon thousands of years, with millions upon millions of people that has shed blood and sacrificed for their country, compared to a country that has barely been around for 400 years, you need a fucking reality check. And I genuinely, from the deepest part of my soul, I hope they deliver it to you. That's all I gotta say.
Like,
I'm
seriously,
gone.
love this. These people actually thought that China or Chinese people were playing. They thought that they need them. They thought that they will run. They will keep running after them, asking them or begging them. Oh my God, come save us, come help us, don't abandon us. Like, I don't even know how some people are, actually reason sometimes. You want to impose tariffs. You did not make your research well. You did not even put anything on hold, like something like a fallback, like a plan B, in case these people retaliate. What are you going to do about that? And you know deep inside of you that these people have manipulated, most of the things that you use are actually purchased from these people. You didn't set your home well, because let's just take for instance, you want to renovate your house, right? Or you want to like set your house, you want to change stuffs and all of that. You never had any standby, you never have any other plans. So actually, maybe if you want to replace something, you have to have a plan B, so that when you replace this thing, you see something to fall back on. You never had any plans on deck, like something like a plan B. You decided that you were going to imposing tariffs, forgetting that doing that you are hurting your own citizen whom you are supposed to be, you are supposed to be protecting. You are doing all those things without even considering the fact that this might actually hurt the people I'm representing. And well, okay, maybe because you think that you can afford anything you want, every other person can still do that. Like, things doesn't really run that way. I like the fact that this Chinese thing is all over the social platform, and people are beginning to open their eyes. People are beginning to see. People are beginning to see the propaganda and the lies. People are beginning to see the truth. People are not being, deceived anymore. Even when they try to, manipulate things, these guys are out here to spill. They keep on spilling every day. They're not tired. Like, it's as if they were actually waiting for this. It's as if they knew what arrangement was going to do. They were ahead of him. Like, have you ever seen a situation whereby you were trying to hurt someone, you're trying to break someone's heart, and this person tells you that, okay, I don't give it. I don't care. You can do whatever you want to do, and we don't care. Like, that's to tell you that these people are prepared. They stood alone. Wherever they are today, they actually, they were all just around it. They knew what they went through before they got to the position that they are. And because you feel that, okay, I'm going to use this opportunity to bring down this person, so because of that, I'm going to just do whatever I want to do. There's a video I saw, a stitch I saw, and this person was like, arrangement is trying to, better Americans' economy. Thereby, he wants to first of all destroy that of China. Like, you can't just do that. In order for you to succeed, you mustn't step on someone's head for you to climb to the ladder. It's a process, a due process. You must not actually hurt someone to get to a particular position in life. This also applies to our personal daily lives. In order for you to succeed, in order for you to make it in life, you don't necessarily need to dim someone's light in order for you to have a light. You have to go through due process. If not, there might be calamity waiting for you, and this is what is happening right now. You thought that destroying people's, economy or whatever will grow your own economy. No, things doesn't really work that way anymore. Everybody is just everybody is prepared. There's a say that said that like this person that was like, this generation or this era that we are is very different from that of the yesterdays. You might actually do things, there are some things that you might actually do thinking that, oh, it might get people to resort to that of, the 400 years back. But now people are more aware, people know their history, people want to do better, people are just standing tall. So in anything you want to do, these people are so right back at you, like they are so ready. And it was as if China knew that they were coming for them and they were so ready. And now all of these brands like keep on, oh my god, you know how it is. You know how they want to like, and now these pills. I know that because I've seen so many videos, people are actually comparing the goods at which they bought from the brands, and they're trying to compare it. But that does not really necessarily mean that the people that produce or manufacture these goods are not from China. They might actually manufacture a lesser, cheaper, you know, resemblance. But that does not still mean that they are not the ones manufacturing it. So even if you want to impose tariffs, you really, 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 really need to actually, have a plan B to fall back at, so that you will not be so overwhelmed that, oh my god, oh my goodness, I did this and it's actually not working, and this is exactly what is happening now. They imposed all of these tariffs thinking that it was going to harm these people. It was going to make them, come running at them, begging them. But these guys, they don't care. Instead, it's even affecting the farmers. Now, the soybeans, these guys, they don't want to export soybeans anymore. They're sourcing for other countries to They're looking for other countries to export soybeans from. Anyway, love you. So now just leave me your own thoughts in the comment section before you think of this video. Please do not forget that we do not support any form of bullying and harassment. We're just here for educational and informative purposes. So love this. If you've not subscribed to this channel, do your girl a huge favor to click on the subscription button. Like, and I will see you love this when I upload the next one. Thought in the comment section of what you think of this video. And please do not forget that we do not support any form of bullying and harassment. We are just here for educational and informative purposes. So if you've not subscribed to this channel, do your girl a huge favor to click on the subscription button, like, and I will see you love this when I upload the next one.